right, of course, you know, it's Sunday, and if it's Sunday, it's all about the Sherry S Chit Chat Radio Show. Coming to you live from the studios here at JAIRiE Radio in Queens, New York. Of course, you're listening to the one and only Mr. Jerry Johnson. That one is called All Alone. All right, that's the voice of Mr. Jerry Johnson, or should I say instruments of Jerry Johnson. Giving you one more from Jerry Johnson right here on the Sunday morning here in Queens, New York. This one is called Thinking of You, Jerry Johnson. All right, Thinking of You, Mr. Jerry Johnson. Of course, I'm thinking of you this morning, right over here in Queens, New York. That's Mr. Jerry Johnson right there. His song is called Thinking of You. As we get started this morning, don't forget that today, live in studio, we will be having a special guest. Her name is Donnaray Rock, all right? Beautiful, 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 beautiful sister. But in the meantime, you know, we have to get some housekeeping out the way.
This is Headline News with Pistol from Jamaica and the world, brought to you by Sherry S, sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com. Hello everyone, I am Pistol and this is your Headline News. A Trinidad and Tobago man who was arrested in Jamaica last year has pleaded guilty in a United States court to conspiring to smuggle firearms from Florida to his homeland, the U.S. Embassy has confirmed. The accused 35-year-old Shem Wayne Alexander faces up to 5 years in federal prison following his plea. Alexander was held in Jamaica on November 15, 2024, under a U.S. provisional arrest request and later extradited to the United States on December 20th. U.S. authorities said that between April 2019 and April 2022, Alexander and others illegally exported firearms, components, and ammunition from Florida to Trinidad and Tobago. One 2021 shipment intercepted at Piarco International Airport concealed pistols, revolvers, a shotgun, AR-15 parts, magazines, and hundreds of rounds inside punching bags. A high court judge in the Bahamas has sentenced a 58-year-old man to 15 years in jail after he pleaded guilty of sexually abusing his daughter in 2016 when she was 10 years old and continuing until she was 12 years old. The man who accepted a plea deal will be placed on probation for 2 years. Justice Renee McKay accepted the plea to the 5 counts of incest and received credit for time spent on remand. The man, whose name was not disclosed to protect the child's identity, has been told that he will be sentenced to 1 year in jail if upon his release he commits an offense while on probation. 17-year-old Dante Saunders, who was considered an at-risk youth, is a testament to how Iris Terry Salmon, through her non-profit organization Yard Empire, has been helping to set young people like him on a straight path. Yard, Youth for Arts and Recreational Development, Empire, focuses on getting young people to tap into their creative side through music, acting, and other activities. Saunders, who is from the volatile Kingston Central constituency, shared that he dreamed that he would become a student at Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts, where he's currently pursuing a bachelor's degree in arts and arts management. He told the Jamaica Observer that his vision about his possible career path became clearer after he met Salmon and the Yard Empire team. As he reflected on the time he met Salmon, Saunders said he is very proud of himself and thankful to Auntie Terry. With Salmon's guidance, he was accepted by Edna Manley College and received a scholarship from Bob Marley Foundation to help finance his study. All students will ride free of cost on the Jamaica Urban Transit Company JUTC buses and the units under the National Rural School Bus Program. From September to October of 2025, students are required to present a valid school identification card or to be dressed in their school uniform to benefit. This special provision, announced recently by Prime Minister Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, forms part of the government's efforts to ease the financial burden on parents and guardians at the start of the new academic year, while reinforcing the commitment to education and national development. Science, Energy, Telecommunications and Transport Minister Honorable Darrell Vaz said students up to the tertiary level will benefit from the initiative. For the rural school bus going forward, it will cost $50 per trip per day, really big savings, as it previously cost between $300 and $600 and in some cases $1,000 per day per student, which is just unaffordable for the average rural family, he pointed out. He was addressing journalists while observing Monday, September 8 rollout of the National Rural School Bus Program. 5-time women's 100 gold medalist Shelly Ann Fraser-Pryce is not allowing the emotions surrounding her final appearance at the Global Championships to distract her from her goal, which is to win an individual medal at the Tokyo World Championships. The 38-year-old Fraser-Pryce, who has won 8 individual World Championship medals, including the sprint double in Moscow in 2013, says she is locked in and focused on getting the job done when the 100-meter event is contested over the second and third days of the championships. It is my last championships, and I think right now, because I'm just so focused on running each round, I don't want to think of the emotional part of, stepping away, because those things can interfere with the preparation, she told Jamaican journalists on the eve of the championships.
I am Pistol, and that was your headline news.
That was Headline News with Pistol from Jamaica and the world. Brought to you by Sherry S. Sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com.
Now here's a song from our sponsor, Jojo Mac.
They love to see me on the go. Makes them holler, makes them go. We I won't sleeping. They wanna know my business. They wanna be with me, have their way with me. They wanna know my secrets. They wanna know me. All the men are talking, all the men are
And of course, you listen to the one and only Jojo Mac.
like what they
I want to say thank you, Jojo Mac, for the headline news.
see on the go. Makes them holler, makes them go. I'm a mystery. Got them in suspense like in the movie. It's the movie and the fantasy. All up in their heads, neurology. They really wanna know me. All the men are talking, all the men are talking about me. Say they like what they see, what they see. They love to see me on the go. Makes them holler, makes them go. They ask about me, who's gonna charge me? Instagram and Twitter me, they know nothing about me. Wish they could call me, but I never let them close to me. I know they want me, but they'll never know me. All the men are talking.
That's the voice of Jojo Mac. I want to say much love to you, Jojo Mac. And don't forget that we're coming to you live from the studios here in Queens, New York. And also letting you know that JAIRiE Radio is a community-based radio station. It's a black-owned radio station. And we do welcome your sponsorships, all right? If you want to sponsor the CHIT Radio Show, be sure to link us up. I want to say much love to everyone checking in right now, everyone on Mixcloud. Good morning. Or good afternoon, based on where you're based right now. Much love to everyone on Facebook Live, everyone on the world map, YouTube. Good morning, JAIRieradio.com. Good morning as well. Big day today in studio. Wanted to know as well that this month, the month of October, actually September into October, promises to be a great time here on the Sherry S Chit Chat Radio Show. We'll be bringing in some powerhouse into here, all right? Like, for example, today we're having the one and only Donnaray Rock. We'll be having Diana McIntyre Pike, country style community tourism out of Jamaica. And so many more. Sharon Gordon will be here as well. And Sharon Gordon really needs no introduction. Promises to be an absolutely beautiful day. But today I want to premiere a beautiful song. A song from a brother out of Jamaica who has been doing his thing, is doing his thing, and everything that he touches turns to gold. And it's no wonder that it's from the Pot of Gold studio. So from JAIRiE Radio here in Queens, New York, I want to premiere this beautiful song right here from Mr. Richie Stephens. Song is called Special Lady, all right?
Okay. Reggae dancehall is forever. Richie Stephens, that's right. The foundation will never die. No matter how them try. Dancehall and reggae make the girls get wild. You must be a special lady. And the very
One more time for you, Richard Stephens. All right, Special Lady.
okay. Reggae dancehall is forever. Richie Stephens, that's right. The foundation will never die. No matter how them try. Dancehall and reggae make the girls get wild. You must be a special lady. And a very exciting girl. Very exciting. You gotta be a special lady. Not robot of style. Cause you gotta be sitting on top of the world. Sitting on top of the world. Somehow I knew it would be you that turns my gray skies to blue. It was strange when you called my name. So glad you came. Ever since that day, I haven't been the same. You changed me. Before I met you, my sun didn't wanna shine. Ever wanna shine. Then all of
Brand new song from Richard Stephens.
You must be a special lady. Kind of lady. gotta be a special lady, not robot of style. Cause you gotta be sitting on top of the world, sitting on top of the world. And that was like a song playing out of key.
This one right here is a brand new song from Richard Stevens. It's called Special Lady. If you don't have this, make sure you get your copy, all right? Premiered here, right here at JAIRiE Radio. You're hearing it for the very first time, all right?
I always left when I went with you. You changed me. Before I met you, my sun didn't wanna shine, ever wanna shine. Then all of a sudden you slept up from behind. Pop came the weasel. You must be a special lady, and a very exciting girl. You gotta be a special lady, not robot of style. Cause you gotta be sitting on top of the world, sitting on top of the world. You must be a special lady.
All right, you must be a special lady, says Mr. Richard Stevens. Once again, I want to say welcome to the Sherry S. Chit Chat Radio Show. Airs every Sunday, 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Taking a moment to say much love to everyone on Facebook Live today. Lady Sharon Campbell, what's up? Veronica Smikey, what's up? Jermaine Jackson, Toronto. I want to say good morning to you as well. And don't forget, Sharon Campbell, I know you're having your big event in Merle Grove High School. Is having your big event at the Garden City Casino on the 27th of September. Do make sure you support. I want to say much love to you, Mr. MC Life. All right, you know, MC is one of our hosts right here at JAIRiE Radio. Be sure to check him out, all right? MC Life 84 on Mixcloud. What's up? All right, as we await our guest, her name is Donnaray Rock. Promises to be a great day. I'm going to give you some entertainment news, and hopefully by the time I'm finished, she'll be here, all right?
This is The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Brought to you by Sherry S. Sponsored by JoJoMacMusic.com.
Hello everyone, I am Pistol and this is The Buzz.
11-year-old Antiguan gospel reggae singer Enoch Thomas teamed up with Jamaican gospel artist and minister Carlene Davis last December for a reworking of the Christmas standard, Oh Holy Night. Now in preparation for the release of his debut album, the first from the high school student is gearing up to release his latest single, Oh Happy Day, a cover of the hymn by clergyman Philip Doddridge, which became popular in 1968 when it was recorded by the Edwin Hawkins Singers. When Jamaica's 2025 festival song champion Abigail Dunstan, known as Abby D, took the stage at the Outside Lounge in New York, she wasn't just performing her winning anthem, Sweet J.A., she was fulfilling a lifelong dream and carrying the spirit of Jamaica to the world. From August 29th to the 31st, Abby D showcased Jamaica's music and the festival song tradition in one of the world's most vibrant entertainment hubs, the historic festival song promotional tour organized by the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, JCDC, and sponsored by the Jamaica Tourist Board, JTB, came just weeks after Abby D was crowned champion on July 26. It marked a rare, high-profile international platform for a festival song winner, shining a bright spotlight on both the artist and the competition's legacy. Reflecting on her journey, Abby D shared that she always dreamed of bringing her God-given talent to the world stage, and the JCDC made it happen. Dancehall star Moyen has parted ways with her longtime manager and producer DJ Frost. According to the artist's new manager, Protocol Boss, the split was amicable and Moyen is simply expanding her musical wings as she seeks to grow her international fan base. Life is a journey and mine has certainly been colorful and fun. Along my journey, I have met and collaborated with many great people, but of course, all good things come to an end. This is the start of a new chapter and I must say I'm excited to see the outcome come because everything looks very promising, Moyen stated. The Montego Bay native says she wants to grow her fan base internationally and believes that in order to do so, a change in direction is necessary. She is, however, quick to acknowledge the work done by DJ Frost to bring her to this point. Jamaican producer Tariq Johnston, better known as Russian, earns his second Billboard Latin Music Award nomination in the category Crossover Artist of the Year. The 2025 nominations were announced recently, with Bad Bunny leading the pack, appearing with 27 entries across 49 categories. Other multiple nominees include Karol G and Raw Alejandro. Russian competes in the Crossover Artist of the Year category with Ira Star, Benny Blanco, Bruno Mars, Rose, and Ty Dolla $. The hit producer, who a few months ago released the Storybook Rhythm, was previously nominated in 2022. Last year, Russian scored big with the song Santa, which features Ira Star and Raw Alejandro. The song peaked at number 6 on the Billboard's Latin Rhythm Airplay, number 5 on Latin streaming songs, number 14 on Global excluding US 200, and number 24 on Global 200, number 7 on Hot Latin Songs, and number 10 on Latin Airplay charts. The song was a success in other territories, reaching number 1 in Bolivia, Peru, and in Spain, number 7 in Chile, number 2 in Colombia, number 2 in Ecuador, number 11 in Argentina, number 46 in Italy, and number 50 in Portugal. Santa has been certified 13 times platinum Latin by the Recording Industry Association of America for sales exceeding 780,000 units, platinum in Mexico, 3 times platinum in Spain, and gold in Italy, 100,000 units. Even as he prepares for an international tour, dancehall star Valiant plans to unwind with his team at his birthday celebration in the US on Friday, September 19th. Speaking to the Weekend Star, the outlandish artist revealed that the private gathering that will feature several superstars is also his way of pausing to recognize his personal accomplishments. It's approaching 4 years since my breakthrough on the dancehall scene, and I've been strong and consistent. I felt like I just needed to remind myself how far I've come and just celebrate with my friends and fans. I really just felt like celebrating and giving thanks, said Valiant.
I am Pistol, and that, my friends, was The Buzz.
That was The Buzz, your music news update for the latest on your favorite artists and more. Brought to you by Sherry S. Sponsored by JojoMacMusic.com.
Now here's a song from our sponsor, Jojo Mac.
Hardly ever give me anything I could tap up. With all the work I put in, I should be way up. What am I doing wrong? I know I stay prayed up.
Of course, her name is Jojo Mac.
Everything becomes politics, I know. But I go around it, continue to grow. I'll get the loudest bullhorn and blow. A warmer time, my time to grow.
All right, her name is Jojo Mac. Once again, thank you, Jojo Mac, for the headline news. Also, once again, thank you for the entertainment news. Of course, you know, today we are here live in the studios at JAIRiE Radio. JAIRiE Radio is a Black-owned business right here in Queens, New York. And today on the Sherry S. Chit Chat Radio Show, I'm telling you, I'm happy to have none other than Donnaray Rock in studio. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever in the world you are. You're tuning to the Sherry S. Chit Chat Radio Show right here on JAIRiE Radio. And today we have a special guest in studio. She's a visionary, a powerhouse, and a true cultural ambassador, Donnaray Rock, CEO of Rock Factory LLC, and a respected diaspora affairs consultant. From Montego Bay to Ghana and beyond, she has been at the forefront of connecting Jamaica with a wider African diaspora, using music, dance, and cultural exchange as a powerful tool to bridge communities. She is an artistic director, a leader, and a woman on a mission to redefine how Jamaica engages in the world. Did I get it right, Donnaray?
Absolutely.
I got it right, so it's my pleasure to welcome to our show today none other than Donnaray Rock. Small sister in stature, I thought she was taller, but she's a powerful sister. Let me get this thing started right here so everybody can see her.
Yeah.
All right, her name is Donnaray Rock. And Donnaray, welcome to the JAIRiE CHIT Radio Show.
My pleasure. I'm happy that you have me. We realize I'm wearing the same colors.
Yeah, right?
Blue, blue.
Great mind, think alike. To the mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, great minds think alike. And people, we're here for as long as Donnaray can stay with us. We're also going to be in the podcast room later because what we're going to be doing today is showcasing our people. All right, we're going to take it from Jamaica to Africa, from USA to Africa, right?
Sure.
That's how we're going to be doing it. And before we even get started, just so you can get a little bit more familiar with Donnaray, I want to ask you to tell me about your early lives in Montego Bay, right?
Yeah.
And how it influenced your creative journey.
Okay, great. So, good afternoon, good evening.
Oh, before you say that, I should also let you know that Donnaray is my counterpart on Silk Radio UK.
Yes.
So it's the first time I'm actually meeting her in person.
I
No,
know, right?
back up to that. Girl power.
Yes. All right. So, of course, born and raised in Montego Bay, Montego, Jamaica, which is, of course, you know, it's the capital of tourism of Jamaica, I must say. Beautiful beaches. But yes, so growing up in Montego Bay, of course, you know, it is the center of where most platforms arise from. Of course, you go back into Reggae Sunsplash and back in the days when I was very small. But yeah, and of course, now you have Reggae Fest and other events that's happening, of course. So I'm always around music, I'm always around culture. And yeah, I mean, I left Jamaica very early though, still, but I was around culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's foundation music. So that is what have shaped, of course, going up into the ferment of all of that.
And you see, you're always around culture. So I know you're into the whole dance and the whole choreography thing. And so what first drew you to that?
Sorry?
What first drew you to like dancing and choreography? And you say you're into culture,
Yeah,
cultural arts,
so,
and you know?
Yeah, so of course from Montego Bay, of course, to the ferment of Annex Jamaica, which is New York City.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm back into the ferment of culture again, Jamaican culture.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in the ferment of New York, everybody who is New York, you know that New York we have everything here, so we're not missing out nothing. And
It's a melting pot.
yes, it is the big melting pot. So it continues there. And at this time, you know Bogle.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, I was in college, of course, and I was doing theater productions. So I had a little dance studio in the city. And we were getting different dancers coming from Jamaica at that time, Bogo and Over Mars and you know Kiva, all of them.
Right.
Those are some of them was my students.
Yeah.
So it was me getting into redefining their craft, the raw artistry. And that is pretty much how I started the whole choreography stuff. Yeah. So when they come up from Jamaica, I normally get them on particular platforms, if it's in magazines, if it's on award shows. And that was pretty much where I had stand in the business of dance and the performing arts. Okay. And that is how the whole dancing stuff started there. And I took it into Europe, of course. And of course, bringing across not just what we do, but more of the culture, teaching, of course, our art form in Europe and other places, and also, you know, of course, creating platforms that dancers can also, you know, get to showcraft the art form there as well. Yeah, so this is pretty much how we started. I mean, yeah, so from one end to the next to the next.
Right, and as we're talking, we want to say much love to everyone on the world map, everyone in Germany. Want to say much love to USA, want to say much love as well to France. Good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. I'm telling you, Germany always checking with us. Jamaica as well, thank you so much. All right, it is JAIRiE CHIT Radio Show, and we're live here in studios at JAIRiE Radio. You see, I'm so proud to talk about JAIRiE Radio because it's a black-owned business, and we believe in uplifting and building show power, right? So as a woman, so, because we, you know, we just kind of went away to Africa, you know.
Sure.
Yes. Well, why not with Africa? So I want to know, what are some of the challenges you face as a woman navigating leadership in dancehall and like cultural diplomacy?
Wow, that is very challenging.
Yeah.
Extremely challenging. And I think that how I created solutions to navigating those challenges is, of course, connecting with the right people, having meaningful relationships in New York, you know, as well as Jamaica. And then we were also providing the space with something that is tangible to add to, of course, the exhibiting of the culture.
Right.
So even though it was difficult, it wasn't so difficult, I would say, or challenging. But I had to find ways to navigate, to also prove what is it that we have to offer as well in the best way possible. So I mean that is pretty much how I get to counteract those challenges.
All right, so I'm going to save the whole make sure we bring that out there later on. But in the meantime, but we have to just kind of do a little thing right now. So from Jamaica to Africa.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day that somewhere will soon make a change. We all a part of God's great big family. And the truth, love is all we need. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving.
There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me.
All right, we are the world, and we are here at JAIRiE Radio. And today we also have in studio, we have Mr. Tony Isaacs, and Tony Isaacs is our CEO here at JAIRiE Radio. Behind the scenes, we have Nicole. Nicole don't like the camera too much, but she's our executive director behind there.
Nice.
So I want to say much love to Nicole Isaacs and much love to Mr. Tony Isaacs. And we're happy to have you here. So from USA, from Jamaica, to Africa. I had to play that song, the USA for Africa.
That was beautiful.
We want to dive more
goodness.
into the whole diaspora thing. And just for you to tell them briefly, what do you do for the diaspora as it pertains to your transition from the US to Africa? How you got there?
Okay, great. So, of course, that our culture, our music, and our dance is saturated in, of course, North America, UK, and of course, Europe. So we've been going back and forth to those pretty much regions for years, doing the same thing over and over and over. And I'm like, it was back in 2018. I was like, where else we have to go? We have to go somewhere else.
So you were visiting Africa at the time before?
No.
That was the first time?
That was my first time. So I'm like, where else can we be? Like, we have to spread. I'm a believer in spreading and connecting across. So I'm like, where else can we go? 2018. By 2019, I dropped in Ghana. My first time. At this time, the Year of Return was launched by Nana Akufo-Addo, which is a former president at that time. But I didn't even know there was a launch of Year of Return. And by the time I went in to realize it was the Year of Return, where, of course, they was calling back the diasporans to come back home. I was like, oh, so I came at the right time.
Came at the right time.
Yes. But what really drew me into Ghana and why I chose Ghana at the time to go into Africa, it was the only region that we could have familiarize ourselves with based on what was coming into us on the diaspora.
Right.
So I found that interest. That was 2018. That was a long time ago. Through, of course, the music. Music was coming out of Ghana.
Right.
That was reggae and dancehall. I mean, I said,
It's true, because I had Ginger one day right here, and
Yeah.
Ginger told me, he went to Ghana. He said it almost brought tears to his eyes.
Yeah.
He said when he got on that stage and see them singing his songs word for word. So it
Yes.
really is what you're saying.
Right. And I was like, when I went in there, my first experience wasn't a good experience.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't a good experience. But it turned out to be a great experience. And just to say that sometimes when we make or not have enough information or the proper connection in a space or don't have enough familiarity to navigate, you may end up with challenges.
Right.
And I met someone in that's very knows the terrain in Ghana, and it was a good connection. And he was like, you have to come back to Ghana. You have to come back. I said, no, I'm not come back. Me not going back. That is how I felt.
Based on the experience you had.
It was horrible. I didn't even know I would even end up in Ghana doing so much marvelous things. And he convinced me. Boichi is his name. I have to say that because he's one of my allies there.
Yes.
Yes. Great connection and inspiration. And sometimes that you're saying that we need people by the wayside to say, it's okay. Let's go back. But anyway, I went back, and that's how I ended up going back the second time.
And and I'm looking at so many things I've seen now. A lot of they've over time. Our artists, they've always been talking about the whole Africa. But now I see, I'm not sure if it's with the nomination of that recent young leader, but I'm seeing all the songs changing again to the Africa Rising. And they're doing that, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, they're doing that. They're doing that. And Papa Michigan sent me this song that I have to play for you.
Oh, nice.
Michigan want me to play this song for you, all right? So, big up yourself, Papa Michigan, all right? Listen to this, all right?
You're the real Black Panther. Africa is rising, not compromising. The shackles, them live Papa with mind. The crack of the whip, that gets silent. Lions who run free, we ancestors smile. This is a message to all of the African leaders. Yeah. If you lie with dogs, you must catch flea. Believe me, and the leaders of the Caribbean, you better listen to me.
All right, that's Papa Michigan. He's talking about Africa Rising. I'm telling you, I'm seeing Shiloh. I'm seeing all these artists coming out with this whole Africa Rising. So
that's nice.
Yeah, actually, and I'm happy to see what you are doing from one sister to another.
Yes.
Really must have been difficult to just pick up yourself and go, but you were fortunate in that you found somebody to help you chart your path.
That is it.
Because that alone would have been difficult.
That is the key.
That is the key.
That is the key.
All right,
That
there you
is
go.
the key.
Yeah. So once again, people, if you're just joining us, we're speaking to none other than Donnaray Rock. And Donnaray Rock is a very deep sister, has a lot to offer, has a lot to tell. And today, really, to be honest with you, I'm also going to allow Donnaray to kind of lead interview because there's some things that she can tell her that I can't pull out to her. She's going to have to tell you herself. But I want to just go back to some diaspora affairs and like global engagement.
Right.
How do you define your role as a diaspora affairs consultant?
All right. So the first thing, before I even went into Ghana at the time, understanding diplomacy and culture and connectivity, we sent the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture a proposal for what our intent was.
That's in Ghana?
In Ghana, right. So, and of course, I had someone on the ground to do all that stuff before I got into Ghana. So I have started that. And then when I went in there, we got our endorsements from the Minister of Culture, Arts and Tourism at the time.
Were you, though, going into Ghana representing Jamaica, or you're doing it just from a diaspora perspective?
It's both.
Both.
Right, because it's Jamaica, why I'm in Ghana, and it's Jamaican culture, why I'm go anywhere.
Right. So do you work, I know I'm going to come back to your question, but do you also work directly with the Jamaica diaspora, Jamaica tourist board in Jamaica?
All right, so good question. So let me finish Ghana first. So in Ghana, so I did also had an MOU with them. So it became a mandate of what is it I was intended to do, which is the connectivity, connecting the diaspora, bringing in investments and, you know, creative arts and so forth into the country, and as well as profiling the country and promoting Ghana. So that was our mandate.
Right.
So fast forward, I wasn't there. Just of course, I said it's a new terrain, Minerino Ghana, and then sometimes when you go into a place having an idea of what you want to do, and you end up doing that, but plus you realize that, oh my God, I went into Ghana to stay for 3 months. Do you know how long I stayed? 4 years.
4 years?
Like literally, I stayed in Ghana 4 years straight after my second time.
Wow.
So I realized that the project I wanted to do, it was taking up a lot of time. I'm like, what am I going back to do? Like,
Language, is it, what's the language?
Tree. So Eti saying, how are you? He said, Mekwaba. So Mekwaba is like a welcome.
Yeah.
So I come in the studio, say Mekwaba.
Akwaba.
Akwaba. Akwaba is welcome.
Akwaba. So there we go.
Akwaba. And I would say Eti saying. And Mehunye. Mehunye.
Moyunye.
Mehunye. Guys, listen to me. Miss, I don't treat you, you know. So.
The reason why I'm asking you, because when you tell me 4 years, in my head, I think I'm putting myself now in your shoe.
Right.
I'm walking into a country that I don't speak the language, but English is also predominantly English spoken there. Okay.
It's predominantly an English-speaking country, even though they have the native tongue.
Okay. Hence the 4 years.
Hence the 4 years. Oh, no, sorry.
Is that your phone? Oh. Also, as our phone is ringing, I want to remind you that you can call us live in studio here at 718-785-5760. You can call us live in studio, 718-785-5760. If you happen to be overseas, you can call her at 347 on WhatsApp, 347-688-3106. Once again, the WhatsApp number is 347-688-3106. If you have a question for Donnaray Rock today, feel free to call in. She would love to interact with you. So pick up the phone and call and say hi, all right?
Yes,
347-688-3106. All my friends in Africa, feel free to call us. You can call on WhatsApp, all right? All right? 347-688-3106. All right, sorry about that, Rock. So back to you.
It's okay. Right, so got the endorsement. I launched the initiative, which is a Black Star Renaissance initiative, which is our cultural exchange and connection initiative. So I found out while I was in Ghana at that time that there's more than just me promoting Ghana. Our people, them in Jamaica and in diaspora, you know, all this are going on, and what is it to sensitize them? So it turns into a whole research, right? So researching that was the plan for us to do, to launch this kind of initiative, which we're going to talk about later.
Right.
Yeah. So Diaspora Affairs, Office of the President, gave me my second endorsement and strategic partnerships. To continue doing the same thing, right? Following the year following. And that is pretty much how the diaspora connection and services spring out of that initiative, because I realized that we have to connect and have to find these particular platforms to connect us across these borders. And that is how I started the engagement with respect to the diasporas coming into Ghana through tourism exploration, us facilitating business expansions, and as well as, you know, networking.
So I'm curious to find out from you then, how do you think that, like say our country, Jamaica, can leverage its diaspora for more development?
How can
they leverage it, the diaspora? Because you like how you just pick up yourself and go to a brand new country, and do you think that we should be doing more, or?
No, absolutely. I mean, listen, out of all the diaspora nation that we share heritage with, Jamaica is too complacent in Jamaica. Jamaica has grounds in North America, UK, and some parts in Europe, right? But the most important part that Jamaica has been ignoring is Africa. They have been ignoring it. They sing about Africa. They don't have no house there. They don't have no business there. They don't have nothing there. They're not coming there. They're not networking there. They're not doing anything. There's no events there. They just come in and then drop in and go. The artists, they come in to
Perform and leave.
And then leave. Nothing else. So I'm saying is that is pretty much how I had to expand on our initiative for the connection.
But despite that, though, what are some of the most powerful contributions you've seen from the diaspora community?
In Ghana?
In Ghana. Even minus Jamaica.
Okay. You have other Caribbean islands like Barbados
Uh-huh.
that is strong in Ghana. And of course, the African American community is strong in Ghana. They have initiative and they have their associations and stuff. But we are starting our stuff, but it's not effective to our influence in a global space. Right.
All right, so I'm curious now to find, because you see, you're putting all these questions in my head now because I'm so curious to learn, because what you're doing is so outside of the norm.
Sure.
I mean, it shouldn't be, but actually it is.
Right.
And you've taken the initiative to do what a lot of us can do, but we're not doing.
Correct.
We have the voice, but we're not using it the way we should,
That's
as effectively as we should. Am I correct?
Absolutely on
All
point.
right. So I'm curious to know now, so how would you then, or how do you foster people-to-people connections, say, between Jamaica and Ghana?
All right.
Probably like what we're doing right now?
Yeah, man. No. So the connection is, for one, as I mentioned earlier, we have did our network on our ground research for the year. So we have strong network, a strong, solid, high-profile
Perfect.
network that we have strategically positioned in Ghana. Right? Now it's for us. Me and you are connected now.
Yeah,
And I say,
yeah,
yo,
yeah.
Rock, I'm on the radio here, whatever. Let me bring in some artists from Ghana or from
Yes.
Nigeria or from Gambia on the station.
Yeah.
That is the people-to-people
People-to-people connection.
It could start from the air, from this virtual, and it also could start as well and on the ground. So we have created this initiative like the One Love Weekend and the One Love Experience. So the One Love Experience is more of like a symposium type of cultural exchange.
Yeah.
Right, and then the weekend is just like a nice vibe with our music and our cuisine. And those are some of the things that we have launched to drive this connectivity.
Connection.
Yes.
So I'm curious about some of the misconceptions that people have about like, diaspora affairs.
Misconceptions like the diasporas they have about Africa or Ghana?
Well, everything, because see, like, for example, I came in here as a layperson because when you're telling me that, say you went to Africa and Ghana actually,
Yes.
and we did for 4 years. In my head, my first thing, well, how she could stay for 4 years and she don't speak the language? So sometimes it's so good to, it's
Right.
like I'm learning and we're educating at the same time.
Sure.
And you're going to tell me, say, oh man, people, because,
right.
you know, sometimes we see, and all we're seeing on the TV sometimes is the poor side of Africa.
That is
not
it.
realize, yes, I mean.
That is it.
It is more than
But
that.
you know those things are deliberate.
Absolutely.
Just deliberate. And that was one of our main mandate of pushing, showing the best of what Ghana has to offer. And what the terrain looks like, what the people them dress better than Jamaicans. Them, I tell you, say, people them can dress.
Living better than we.
Trust me. Yes, the people, them clothes, the material, everything, the food. When you talk about Ghana and Jamaica, you couldn't say that we're pretty much identical.
The food and everything.
What? Everything is there. The last thing I found that sealed it was pimento seed.
And they use it for the same. So these for the same reasons that we do in
Yes,
Jamaica.
remember, jerk chicken came from Ghana.
I didn't know that.
Okay, let me tell you, jerk chicken come from Ghana. Because they had to find a way to preserve the meat and they had to use these different spices.
See, people. Yeah, all right, so it's a teachable moment for us today, and I'm actually learning, talking to this sister right here. Her name is Donnaray Rock, and later on today we're going to go back and talk some more. Once in the podcast room, we're going to talk about the whole Rock Foundation, and she can give you more insights into that and show you how you can get involved, what you can do. But right now we're in the diaspora, and I have to play something. Now, she talked about people I'm going to play a song from a brother by the name of JAIRiE, and this one is called African Propaganda. All right, so some deep songs today.
Yes.
Why? Oh, wait. Yes. JAIRiE. Why? Why? Many people stop think about Africa. Many people stop sing about Africa. Nobody want to go back in Africa. Nobody want to live in Africa. Everybody want to live in Europe. Everybody want to live in America. Some people want to live in Canada. We run down money, we worship money, yes. Africa is not only a jungle, Africa is rich in nature, with gold and diamonds, It's a beautiful place.
All right, he's talking about African propaganda. And just talking to my sister, Donnaray,
Which is
where
right.
he's saying that the message that's coming out of Africa
Yeah.
is different from what we're seeing over here. So our artists, everybody think what they want to go Africa, you know.
Yes.
But no, what she's saying, they're coming to Africa, they perform, they leave. So for the artists and things that's going to Africa and making a difference, we have to say a big shout out to them ones there, right?
Yes, shout out to
Are
all
there
of them.
any Jamaican artists that you see who
Right.
comes to Africa and stay a little bit more time and
Yeah, man. Because when they do come in,
Yeah.
say they're coming to our portal. When they do come in, you know, first of all, when they enter the airport,
I hear they say them they feel like king, they told me.
I want different things.
Yes.
You want to feel royal
Yes.
and live a royal life.
So I hear.
Ghana, you have to come.
So I hear
That
say
is
from
it.
I hear say from the airport, from the land of the airport.
I said it.
Yes.
I said it.
And she's a Jamaican, and she's not knocking Jamaica, but she's telling you, say, if you as an artist want to perform in Africa,
Yeah.
if you want the royal treatment,
Yes.
you have to make your way to Africa.
Yes.
All
But
right.
I represent Ghana right now.
She represent Ghana.
Yes.
All right, not the whole Africa diaspora itself, but right now she's doing
Oh,
she's
West
for Ghana.
Africa. So,
West Africa.
Right, West Africa. But Ghana is a hub, and Ghana is the gateway to Africa.
Africa.
Right, so let's get that part.
Oh,
Yes.
all right. So you see, like I said, I'm trying to ask you the questions that we can help our people understand more. So
Right.
I might be digging a little bit deeper because
It's fine.
also for my growth.
Sure.
Because I don't know. So
Yeah.
I'm actually a lay person right now, but
Yeah.
one of the things that I can do well is talk. So I want to find out now how you measure like the impacts say, of diaspora initiatives, like cultural exchanges, you know.
Right. So, okay. So you know that Jamaica have Reggae Month, right?
Yeah.
And we're like, but have all of them artists here, you have Stonebwoy, Samini, and all those artists, episode and all of them, I do reggae music in Ghana, and they are mega stars. Like mega stars, right?
Stonebwoy was the one we saw in Jamaica the other day when
Yeah.
Vibes Cartel.
No, just Shatawale.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, Shatta. Yeah, so we're like, okay, since we're doing connection, we have launched the Reggae Month West Africa.
All right.
So that's
When do you normally have
the
that?
same time in February.
Ah,
Right. So that is pretty much we look at these things to
Right,
leverage
right.
the connection and to also provide platforms for the same African them. It's the same thing we're doing in Jamaica, the same thing we're going to do in Africa. Because they there.
so it'd be nice to talk to some of those artists during the same time frame.
That's cool,
when you're
man.
having this thing. You know what I mean? So I'm happy to know that we're making. So right now, hear me now. I'm happy that we're making this connection today
you know.
because your connection and my connection now can lead to other connections.
That is it.
That is it. That is it. That is it.
That is it. That is
Yeah, I
it. You
love
realize
it.
that my responses is like a Ghanaian responses.
Yeah, that
so
is it.
They're like,
Ah,
that is it.
that is it. It's like an awakening for me. It's like
Yeah.
that you're in that moment, and I'm happy to be talking to you today. Not because you're my sister, but
Yeah.
I love what you're bringing to the platform. We do. All of these things, I'm happy that we're doing it on Facebook. It's going to be there. We're
Right.
going to share it in a bunch of different groups.
Thank
because
you.
that's how we're going to educate our people. You
Yes.
understand me? So I'm curious to know what Jamaica could learn from how other nations manage their diaspora relations.
Of course, you know that some of the countries have their high commissions. Unfortunately, we have more Jamaicans in Ghana than Nigeria. I'm not saying unfortunately because that we don't have our own high commission in Ghana.
Oh, we don't?
No, we don't. We only have an honorary council. It's not good enough for us
Ah.
because everything has to go to Nigeria for this and that. It's not reachable. So it's even difficult for us to navigate how we want to do and what we want to do everything. So that is also one of our main challenge.
So for the powers that be, As we know,
Yes.
we just have a new election. So as you're putting your cabinets together,
Please.
and as you're thinking about what they can do outside of Jamaica, we want to make sure that our diaspora voices are heard.
Thank
I mean,
you.
prior to the election, I had such a hard time just getting to talk to people on air. So as you put, I'm talking about both sides, as you put your people together, don't forget about diaspora, because
you.
we bring something to the table too. Try to remember that.
Yeah, no, try to remember that.
Try remember that.
Try remember that we have the biggest pie of the table.
Ah.
Let's remember that.
Yeah, not only for remittances. Try to remember, say,
Yes.
when you're putting your things together, what Donnaray is saying right now, yes, you do. Like, for example, a continent as big as Africa. Yes, you do have someone in Nigeria, but we're saying that based on what's going on now in places like Ghana and West Africa,
Yes.
we have to dig deeper. We have to get more representation in those areas of Africa
It's
that
important.
can actually address what's going on the ground. Am I correct?
Absolutely so. Absolutely so. So because of that now, as I mentioned, Ghana have more Jamaicans than Nigeria. But not really going for in Ghana.
Ghana.
Yeah, we don't have any proper representation there. So people like me know me, I go out to get representation. You understand? I was send a letter to the Minister of Culture, Arts and Tourism in Ghana. I mean, sorry, in Jamaica. Miss Babsy. Linford from JCDC.
I know Linford very well.
Yeah, so he had endorsed us too as well to do the Reggae Month West Africa. They would pretty much promote what we're doing in Ghana during Reggae Month. So that is one of the things that this is all things that we look at, and I look at other platforms. If it's a other platform, like a music platform, like a Sting or a Reggae Fest, to come to Ghana,
right?
Because this also help us to get that presence.
Because Ledford used to be in the minister's office, and is now more heavily involved with like the whole JCDC thing and so on.
Yes.
So Ledford might be the gateway to Babsy to make sure that more of that happen over there. Because if you're doing so much, and as a cultural development commissions in Jamaica,
right?
What you're doing is putting Jamaica in a positive light in the soil. You know what I'm saying to you?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to say to you.
So we have to make to the call for our work for us.
We need that support. We need that help. I mean, it's a collaborative venture, right? We are there. We're doing all these things. We are the first company that put an official Jamaica independence in Ghana. Official, where we get the Prime Minister, Mr. Holiness, to send in his message and stuff like that. We did a whole visual on screen. We did a proper ceremony inviting dignitaries and ministries and organizations to come and speak about Jamaica. Those are the things that we're doing, but we don't have any proper.
And I'm going to follow up on this for you, because I think that what you're saying right now is actually a great thing. So we're going to be continued. We're going to follow up on this part of it, because this is very, very important. I'm not saying that our little voice can make much, but we can take our signatures and send it over there and say, look, this is what we need right here, because Ghana needs this. Because I've spoken to so many artists right here, sitting right here, and they have told me about the reception in Ghana.
Oh my goodness.
They said they feel like they're still in Jamaica.
Yes.
It's just an extension of Jamaica and Ghana.
Times 100 is an extension. And when you do come into Ghana, it will shock you though. Because the infrastructures, even though they're still developing infrastructures and we need more of our diasporans to come in to help build on the infrastructures.
Is that where Rita Marley and them have
yes.
in Ghana?
Yes. Yes. Rita was there for quite some time. She did a lot of things in Ghana, but Rita needed someone else to take up the mantle.
Sharon, hear that, Sharon?
Hear that, Sharon?
So, so what are some of the barriers you think that prevent deeper diaspora engagement? What you just talk about?
Yes. All right. So the major hurdle that we have to jump over, and it is so easy to fix, flights. We don't have any direct flights from Jamaica
to Ghana. Do you think they would have the?
They've been talks from 2019. A lot of people have been trying. They had flights. They had a flight scheduled back. I think it was 2020, 21. I think I remember, from Nigeria to Ghana. That was like a chartered flight. Yes, we could always do chartered flights, but it's expensive. But there's a lot of risk. It's very expensive. But that is the reason why we want the Jamaican them from the diaspora for coming in, because once they do that, it will help the corporations, like the airline company, to make a decision. Say, yeah, man, we have more Jamaicans coming here, so we could launch a flight.
If you're going to Ghana, what's your route?
okay, we're in New York, so it's different. From New York, JFK, straight to Accra, which is the capital. It's a straight flight.
Right.
If I'm coming from Jamaica, you have to fly from Jamaica to JFK to Ghana.
Ah.
Or you can fly to UK, or you could fly any other way around. But I'm giving you the best route.
Right.
And the best route is coming into New York and going to
so that could
Ghana.
that could be very expensive because it's like
That
you're
is
buying
it.
the ticket twice.
Right, and if you don't have a visa, if you don't have an American visa, you have to fly from Jamaica to Panama, from Panama to Turkey, and then from Turkey to Accra.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. That is crazy. So people, I'm so happy that we're having this dialogue today. We're talking about that whole diaspora things going on, but our focus today is West Africa, Ghana to be exact. And we have right here a sister with us. Her name is Donnaray Rock, and Donnaray is shedding some light on some things that we never know. Did not know this. Facebook Live, what's up? What's up to you, Mixcloud? What's up, YouTube? Must say much love to everyone on the world map. Today is a teachable moment. It's a very enlightening moment because I am learning things I never knew. And it's so important when we hear things like this because now I can speak more intelligently. I can come when I play an artist from Africa or the diaspora that is representing Africa and say, did you know this?
That is it.
That
Did you know
is
this?
it.
And
We
that is
never
why
know.
we spend so much time in Ghana. The investment that we had invested to stay in Ghana, it wasn't cheap.
Wow.
And for someone like me as a female Jamaican, it just shows you that really and truly New York is really the Empire State, because if I didn't have all that experience,
Yes.
then I couldn't have navigated that space and be successful.
Wow.
So thus far.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So you think because one of the questions I had to ask you was what role should government play versus grassroots organizations in diaspora affairs? So but the impression I'm getting from you is that grassroots can only do so much without the backing of the government to make things happen.
That is how
So you can chart your own path, go to Africa and do what you can, but you can only do so much because, for example,
Right.
even the flights coming to Africa right now would make a difference.
It will make a major difference.
Major difference.
Yes.
You hear that, people, Jamaican people, hear the diaspora people. She's saying she wants the diaspora to come in. Come experience Ghana for yourself.
Yes.
Take a chance, take a trip.
They
I
want
should
to
be
take a
saying
trip.
too.
Yeah, take
Go
a trip.
take a trip.
They help us to really bridge the gap because we're building these bridges, of course, much further. But yeah, just take a trip. We have different seasons that you can come in if it's through December.
When is a good time? When you have a lot of things. Well, you say in February you have reggae month.
All right, so now you have Reggae Month for February, and this is our own initiative that we launch and experience every quarter. So you can come in any of the quarters of them, and we have demarcated these quarters for these specific reasons. So during August, you have like a lot of Ghanaian festivals, from street festivals to cultural festivals, events. That is in August. In December. Before I go to December, let's go to November. So in November is like a lot of business, travel, business, trips and connections happening during that time, even though it's actively. So Ghana is really a business place. Every time you go Ghana, it's business. A lot of business travelers are coming in there constantly. It's like how people go to Jamaica for just tourists.
Yeah.
People come to Ghana for business.
For business.
Yes.
So
Right. And then we have February, which is the Reggae Month, which we have launched Reggae Month West Africa. And that is also a season. Then you have December. My goodness. I went back to Jamaica last year. I spent Christmas in Jamaica for all these years I haven't been in Jamaica. And I'm telling you, when I compare Jamaica Christmas
to Ghana.
and Ghana Christmas would overwhelm you. The amount of diasporans that comes into
Are you
Ghana, it
serious?
is unbelievable. I'm talking about hundreds of thousands of people.
from different countries.
Yes. It's serious.
Wow. Once again, people, her name is Donnaray Rock. I do invite you to call us live in studios here at 718
Call it.
718-785. I can only ask so many questions because I'm telling you so much to learn.
Yeah.
I mean, far, few and in between. Our number here in studio and Facebook Live, Veronica Smikely is saying, wow, very interesting interview. You're learning, Veronica, and so am I. We're all learning together because I'm hearing things I didn't know. All right? If you're on WhatsApp, the number is 347 347-688-3106. WhatsApp number 347-688-3106. Locally, you can call 718-785-5760. Today's about Africa. That's what we're talking about. All about Africa today.
So much, so much. So tell me, can you feel it? So much, so much to make that dizzy. So much, so much. Senegal, can you feel it? So much love to share.
All right, let's take this call. Caller, you live. I think I missed that one. My bad. All right. Call us again, caller. All right, my bad. Call us again. My bad, my bad. I was so caught up in the music and dancing and things. I didn't realize the phones were ringing. And that's when you know you're having a good interview, you know. We now pay attention to the thing. So caller, please call me again. We want to hear from you, all right? Bless yourself, Sparky Melody over there in the UK.
So much, so tell me, can you feel it? So much to make that dizzy. So much, Senegal, can you feel it? So much love to share. Pure blackness, oneness, so rare. So much love to care. Let them know they missing out. Mama Africa has so much love to share. Sweet blackness, oneness, be there. So much love to care. Let them know they missing out. Sing again. Hey, this for all the love and the life took away. Don't forget we were born and trade.
Caller, you live.
Greetings.
Greetings, how you doing?
Greetings.
We can hear you. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Them turn off his radio.
Oh, you have to turn off your radio. We're having a delay. Turn off your radio.
Hello. Yes. Good morning.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Sherry, and hello, Rock.
Hi.
Yeah, this is Donald Levy.
Who?
Donald,
Not for radio.
Mr.
Hold
Levy.
on.
Donald Levy.
Oh, good morning, Donald. Good afternoon, Donald Levy. How you doing?
Okay, you know.
All right. So your question for Rock.
Well, I just want Rock to talk about the advantage that you have as a tourist when you go to Ghana in terms of the culture, experiencing the hotel, the food. You have a competitive edge because what you can pay for in Ghana is far more superior than when you're there in America or you go to any other country in the world. A lot of people don't understand that there's a competitive edge that you have in terms of just the cultural experiences that you will have in Ghana that you won't have elsewhere. Rock,
Yes.
mention to them and talk to them about Royal Century, one of your pet places.
Okay.
A 5-star place.
Okay.
And how reasonably it is for you to go there and enjoy yourself at this place. It's spectacular. You have to look at it and see what it looks like. On the YouTube, you can go on YouTube and see it. But Rock can talk to you about it because she has had initiatives there. So I want you to mention that, Rock.
Sure.
And I want you to also mention the rate for the CDs.
Thank
And I
you.
want you to also mention how and search it is done.
Okay, you chipped out there.
All right. Thank you so much. Thanks so much. So you can listen for the responses. All right.
Yeah, man. All right. So.
All right.
Yeah, man. So he mentioned a few things. Okay. When you come into Ghana, me and you go sit and have like a nice bottle of wine, I'm talking about a nice 5-star cuisine restaurant now, you know.
Wow.
We'll probably end up spending maybe less than $100.
Really?
Yes, wine, food, seafood, everything. I'm talking about top quality place. So, like he said, the dollar, we can sit and have a good lunch and don't worry about spending a lot of money. So the CD right now, I think it's $10 the last time I checked, maybe $10 and some change per $1. So you're getting 10 CDs.
CD is their money?
CDs is their money, right? It's a currency.
Oh.
Right.
Are you getting a feedback?
Yeah, small, a little bit.
Oh, your headphone.
So move it?
Put on.
Oh, put it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. It's too loud?
No.
Yeah.
I think so, right?
Still hearing the feedback.
Yeah, it wasn't there before.
I'm getting the feedback. All right. Go ahead, Ross.
Yeah. So it's 10 CDs, I think it is now, to 1 US. But there's some things that is competitive in respect to the dollar rate and what you paid for.
10 CD to 1 US?
Yeah, so you see how strong the dollar is? I mean their CD is.
Yeah.
You see how weak the dollar is?
So if I come to Africa and I get some money, I come back and I convert it back to US.
There's a lot you could do. It is not difficult to invest in Ghana. It's not a lot of challenge in the regulatory stuff. It is not, the framework is not tedious or take a long time. It's much, for me, my experience doing business in Ghana. That's why I'm being so successful doing it. As a black woman, to say, right? Yeah, because you could have some proper investment and you could get a lot out of that investment.
Wow.
Let's put it that way. Yeah.
So if you go to Ghana now with a couple thousand US, you're good.
Yeah, man, you're good. Depending on, this. Yeah.
Where you try to invest.
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of industry sectors there, from agriculture, transportation, hospitality. A lot. Real estate.
So I can back up now. So that's the reason why you said that. Most of the times when people are coming, like you say, tourists are coming in, you say most of the time people who are coming into Ghana is business.
Business.
Because it returns on your money.
That is it. That is why. It is really a business place. Yes. When I'm in Ghana, it's 100% business. Yes, business.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Start to sound like the Ghanaians now talking. Don't let me show you off. Let me continue the responses for the gentleman.
Yes. What are the things that you want me to speak about? So you spoke about hospitality.
Yeah.
So I have profiled the tourism sector, and I have handpicked what I wanted to profile. So I have profiled the top hospitality offering sectors, like the top 5-star hotel and top 5-star resort. Royal Century is one of those resorts that is in the eastern region. And by the way, the eastern region, just like we have different parishes in Jamaica, we have different regions. They don't call them parishes, they call them regions.
Regions.
Right. So the eastern region reminds me so much about Jamaica.
Right.
Yeah, so much about Jamaica. And that is actually where some of our people that left from Jamaica back way time of Nani and all those people that's going on, they're from the eastern region.
They go east. Oh.
Yeah. So initially, I thought I was an Ashanti, because Ashanti because Nani is an Ashanti.
Right.
But come to find out, the culture and the heritage, it is so mixed up. So right now you look like a Igbo because you're light skin.
Yeah.
You look like a Igbo. You actually do look like a Igbo, like a Nigerian.
They must ask me if I see them and ask me something. Are you from Senegal?
No, it's true. We look the same. You can't tell the difference between us. It's just only our language you could say, yeah man, I want Jamaican that. Yeah. The character between a Jamaican and African is our stand and our attitude. You can't tell us that we are Jamaican when you say, yeah man, I want Jamaican that.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Well, people, once again, we're talking to Sister. So today, like I said, it's a teachable moment. I'm actually learning so much. I'm hoping that you are as well. Lady Veronica said, I want to go to Africa one day. Sandy Bradshaw out of Belize saying she just arrived. So if you just arriving, we're talking to a sister who has a lot to do with just not the diaspora, but she, how do you say? Do you say diaspora? Diaspora. All right. But she does a lot in Ghana, Africa. And if you missed the interview, I do implore you to go back and listen to it again because it's deep. We're learning a lot today.
Yeah,
For
man.
me, actually, I am.
Yeah.
And I want to find out now how you see the African continent, but primarily Ghana, shaping the future of diaspora relations.
Well-
Because we're learning so much from you today.
Yeah. Right now, you know that Africa is a frontier. It's a new frontier. That's number one. Like, you know, we are so advanced. We're moving swiftly in infrastructures, into development, into technology. A lot of innovative things are happening on the continent, of course. And that is why it's important for us to come in to get our piece of the pie and actually be a part of that.
Yeah.
Of that.
And then I'm going to back up now to, I probably should leave this for the local podcast, you know, but I'm just curious. You know, something, I'm going to leave this and
Okay.
come back. I was going to talk about the whole dancehall thing, but I want to talk about dancehall when I'm talking about the whole rock thing.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about like the Renaissance journey and Ghana collaboration, right?
Right.
So I want you to tell me about the Renaissance journey project that you spearheaded in Ghana.
Right. So the Renaissance project, it was just about my return into Africa, into Ghana.
You mean you're talking when you went back the second time?
Yes.
Second year?
It was.
Oh.
Caller.
Caller, good
Hello.
afternoon. Hi, hello.
Hi, I'm calling from London. Is this JAIRE Radio?
Yes, it is. And we have Rock, and she's listening to you right now.
Okay, my name is Jem, and I would like to ask a couple of questions, if you don't mind, because I'm originally from Ghana and I'm in the diaspora. So I'm one of the people there that's just talking. Anyway, so first question is, hi Donnaray. Hi, Sherry.
Hi.
So, my main question is, how do you find Ghanaians in terms of welcoming, you know, people who are from the diaspora, whether they're, you know, Ghanaian born or they're from, let's say, the islands or places like Brazil, you know, how you find the relationship? Because I think people would be interested to know about the treatment that they receive.
Right. Okay. Well, that is a great question. That's one thing I must say about Ghanaians.
Yeah.
They're very hospitable.
Ah.
They're very welcoming. When you go there, I say, welcome home, welcome home. They're so, oh my goodness. That made me feel so excited because it is a place of happiness.
Yes.
It's a place of happiness. It's a place of peace. It's a place of peace.
Wow.
Yeah, so they're very welcoming, very welcoming set of people, and they're very calm and peaceful. Ghana is one of the most peaceful places on earth. Thank you.
And how does it compare to places like Jamaica or, let me say, other places in the world that you may have traveled to? Because it sounds like you're a very well-traveled woman.
All right, so compared to Jamaica and other places, the reason why Ghana, and I must point this out, is because that Ghanaians are traditional people. They're old school. So when you go back to Ghana, you feel like you're back in the 80s or the 90s because of the place looks so refinedly different, like you're back into time. So they practice their traditions. And what is so different is because they're traditional. They're traditional and they move by protocols, tradition protocols. So their practices is still strong like it was back in at the time of our far ancestors. That is how Ghana is. So their welcoming will be much more different, much more spiritual than anywhere else.
Wow.
Yes.
That's deep. I know, for example, I mean, like even this week coming up, I think it's starting today. There's the Queen Mother of the Ashanti Kingdom. She passed away recently, but they're going to be honoring her for like 4 days straight. And that's something about the fact of her, you know, like the royal protocol. They're going to do several different things, you know, and in observing her and honoring her, they're going to be doing a lot. So it's like for the world stage, you know, for the world at large to see and witness them kind of things, it's something special, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as a Ghanaian, I'm really proud of that, actually.
Yes.
But yeah, so in terms of what can you, actually tell people, so to encourage them to maybe look into coming over for more than just a holiday?
Right. So, just more than a holiday, as I mentioned before, Ghana is a different place. It's a cultural ground, it's a spiritual ground, it's for wellness, it is for freedom, it is for solidarity, it's for cultural pride, and it's also the most important thing I could tell anyone. If you don't visit, I'm going to say Ghana. If you don't visit Ghana, you will never know who you are.
Wow.
That is the bottom line. And I am telling you
That's
that.
deep.
Yeah, absolutely. That is it. Because it's a total
I mean,
difference.
I think the correlation between Black Star, I mean, we've even got like a Black Star in our flag, and then the Black Star Independence Square, where it kind of pays homage to, you know, Marcus Garvey, the Right Honourable Marcus Garvey, what he used to say about the Black Star Liner,
Right.
you know, for Pan-Africanism, for us to own our own economic, you know,
Yes.
resources. I think that's kind of like something that misses people a lot, you know, because like when I'm going back a bit now, but the historical relevance of Ghana, I think, you know, as a Ghanaian, sometimes people from outside are more welcomed, you know, or enabled to do things rather than like, there's a video going around now and it's for real. You know, Ghanaians, I kind of put it to the wider Black family in that we'll help everybody else but ourselves. You get me?
Right.
So if you can speak on going on now, you know, like, because there was the next news story about Ghanaians and Nigerians fighting because Ghanaians were feeling like Nigerians were coming to take. But like, without these borders, I feel like they're man-made borders because we're all kind of like one family. There's so many different tribes in Ghana and across the whole of West Africa where they have so many similarities. And I just, you know, it's just an observation. But what do you think,
All right.
you know, on that aspect?
All right. So
I'm asking more than two questions.
Right.
Sorry.
So she's gonna so she's gonna be speaking to this and while you're listening, right? So thank you so much
Thank
for
you, Jem.
thank you so much for
calling.
calling. I
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Yes.
So you can
All
listen
right,
for the answer,
bye-bye.
right?
Yeah, man.
I will. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
My God,
She
Jem killing me with
she put
answers.
a lot on your plate today.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I said, it's a learning experience for us because
Yes.
I didn't even know that there was some things going on right now with Nigeria and
Yeah.
and Ghana and so
Right,
on.
so let me just touch on that real quick. Ghana is such a peaceful place. When people comes into the territory and try to disrupt in violence, right? So that is what they're fighting about. They were fighting about, and actually Ghanaians were protesting, and these are the younger ones. They were protesting that they want Nigeria to come out of Ghana because they might cause too much bad things.
Yeah.
So that was one thing, and we was like, whoa, but we're the same people. Like, which one we have to let them go? Like, we have to find a way to solve this issue. Right? Yeah. Because I mean, you can't run Nigerians out of Ghana. You understand? But that was what was happening. But yeah.
Oh wow, people. Did you answer all the questions? Was all? Because she asked us so many.
Jam, you asked me so much questions.
But what she did though, she kind of put some things on our radar because now you as a people, we as a people listening today now, it forces us now to go take another look.
Oh, absolutely.
To go take another look. And I see over there in Belize, Sandy Bradshaw in Belize is saying, wow, my daughter visited Ghana and was changed forever. She said, door of no return. I hope to go there too.
So let me adjust that. The door of no return is now the door of return. There is no door of no return anymore. When our ancestors left the Cape Coast, which is the Cape Coast Castle, the Gold Coast, right? The door was saying that it is a door of no return. That means that when our ancestors them left and they go on these ships and all these things, they're not coming back. There's no returning. So when you go to the Cape Coast Castle, you see the sign on the door that says a door of no return. But I think it was 3 years ago they returned it and then put the door of return. So now you only can't come back in and you can't return. Yes.
So Anvika, we're talking about the same Renaissance journey. I want to go back to it a little bit more because I want to know. Because I was going to ask you initially, what was the reaction of is it Ghanaian? How do you pronounce it? Ghanaians,
Yeah,
right?
yes. Ghanaians.
Yeah, Ghanaians. It's like sometimes my lips going ahead of my head and
I
my
know,
brain
right?
thinking different. Like I'm saying, so it just sounded wrong to me at some point. Anyway,
Yeah.
how did they respond to this community initiative?
Okay, so of course, as I said, is that one thing I like about Ghana and their diplomatic level of support is that they're always ready to support. They're always ready to support. That's one thing I must say. So it was, once we had landed those endorsements and those initiatives, we have, of course, coordinated and collaborated with some of the stakeholders and shareholders in this space in respect to the Renaissance. And I mentioned the Black Star Renaissance, and Jem had mentioned that Marcus Garvey, the black star in the Ghanaian flag, is representative of influence of Marcus Garvey. That is why that star is in the flag.
Caller, good afternoon, you're live.
Yes, hi, good afternoon. This is Sharon Campbell.
Hi, Sharon, how you doing?
Hi, Rock, hi, Sherry.
How you doing?
Just wanted you to touch on the culture of fashion in Ghana, the culture of fashion. That's extremely important because, you know, some of us really like the African fashion and don't fully understand, you know, how it works, although it's really embedded in us because, as you know, most of us are from Ghana, that's from Jamaica, that is, Nigeria, and all of those different places. So it's extremely important to touch on that, and you could also implore the importance of visiting where our foreparents were held before they were sent off to the various different lands.
Can you repeat that, Sharon?
The last one.
No, it is important to also mention that one can tour the area where our foreparents were held before they were sent off to different islands in the Caribbean and, you know, in the Americas.
Right.
You know, during the slavery period.
Okay.
I got you.
So that's extremely important to mention that too.
Thank you.
So, you know, we can get a clearer understanding. Well, I've never been to Ghana. Donald has been a couple of times, but I have plans to go, and I want to see where my roots are because it's extremely important to know where our roots are so we can have a clearer understanding as to who we are as a people.
Sure. Thank you.
All right. All right, so
Thank
Sharon,
you.
So Sharon, you're going to be listening for the response. Okay, thank you.
Yes.
All right.
All right, so she mentioned fashion and she also mentioned where our ancestors left from. So there's a bath that the ancestors, I don't like to use the word slave because we were never slaves.
Yeah, right.
We are royals. Where the royals left from, which is, it's called the Manso River, where they took the last bath.
Oh.
So there's a.
So before they leave, they have to take a bath?
Yes, because they didn't go bathe for maybe a good 5 months or more.
Oh my God!
So when they take them into the castle, into the dungeons at the Cape Coast Castle, they stood there for like 2 months. No big guys. Really, I don't think I want to go through that experience on the radio because it's really not a good energy.
I can kind of imagine what he went through, especially for the ladies.
Yes, but what I'm saying is to you is that we do explorations and tourism experiences. We will give out our information later on of this conversation, and if any questions, anything to do with depth, that is the reason why we're inviting you to experience the heritage, the culture, and of course, you know, business opportunities in Ghana. But that experience, it was a turmoil experience for our ancestors.
Wow.
Yeah. But as far as like the fashion goes, there are certain colors that they wear during a certain time. For instance, in the funeral, this funeral stuff, you know, so we wear black in Jamaica, right? I mean, Jamaica funeral kind of change now. They might be all kind of colors, right?
Yeah, more mainly black used to be most
more black, right?
Yeah.
But in Ghana, they use red. It's a red, so black and red for mourning. The men, they wear the kaftans and the bubus. It depends in which region you are. Like the northern region, they wear these bubus, which I love. But yeah, and then also, which is the main royal fabric, which is a kente
Mm-hmm. Kente, I know.
The Kente is I think one of the most expensive. It's a hand woven fabric that is woven by hand. That is the quality is very rich. So I mean, as far as the fashion, as you mentioned, I was telling you that them dress better than the Jamaica. Because Jamaica, we not start dress yet, you know. We not put on no clothes yet, you know.
I can't say I was when I put on my African outfit, I feel regal.
When we say we not start dress yet, we just a regular business with the pan right now. But yes, but the fashion, oh my goodness, it's really defined our identity through the fabric and the colors and the different designs and.
All right, so we're still on the same topic because I think it's very, very important, the whole Renaissance journey. Yes. I want to find out, so what role did the diaspora communities play in making the project successful?
Okay, so I got 100% support from the Ghanaian government or the people, not from Jamaica side.
Wow.
I haven't got any support from Jamaica side.
Wow.
Not on a diplomatic level, but I've got support from friends in the diaspora who supported the initiative for me to be there that long.
Right.
And to also put on these productions and these exchanges. But before putting on these exchanges and launching our business to provide these destination and facilitation of and integrating of business in Ghana, we had to, of course, did our feasible studies and research on how we're going to be doing this, and it's pretty much how the Renaissance journey started, and that is how we launched the Black Star Renaissance initiative, and from that initiative stemmed these different platforms for these kind of connection. And I would definitely love to talk about February soon after we finish asking all this questions.
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I want to find out, so how do you envision the long-term legacy of the Renaissance journey?
Yeah, so the long-term legacy of the Renaissance journey, how it works is it's a format or framework of people-to-people connection. And it's also a framework of collaboration. Just like how I could collaborate with JAIRiE to bring in artists from Ghana or on the shows or whatever, the interviews or whatever. The long-term legacy is on the cultural aspect of things. It's on an economical aspect of things, you know, and that's pretty much how we envision the long-term legacy through people-to-people connection, building meaningful relationships, and of course having these these explorations.
All right, one more question before you go to the next thing.
Yeah.
So how did it shape your own vision as a diaspora consultant?
Right. So the information that we have gotten over the years that's been on the ground, exploring and trying one thing and changing another thing. Our consultancy is how do you integrate, how do you migrate, what it takes. So we help to solve those issues that you would face if you have to be coming to Ghana by yourself. So we consult individuals, and we also consult companies as well who want to integrate in Ghana. If they want to be facilitated in registration, permits, if whatever it is a Ghana card or citizenship. Right. So we facilitate all those things. So we help you to navigate the ground and make things.
So you kind of be like a mediator between, like, say, what a consul general's office here would have done and something else like that?
Yes, correct. So we are really the go-to person, and we have to say not only just a person, the entity, and as well as a portal, as a trusted portal, because we already know that diasporans don't trust Africans. They don't like the way they do business. We always talk negative about Africans and this and that, but I must say to you that Africans, they do good business. Yes, they do. But if you don't have a proper, framework, then yes, you may end up having some negative experiences.
All right, I'm gonna play this song here from Uten Green, and then when I come back, I'm gonna give you the floor to talk about it, because I can't ask you everything about, because you live it, you know it. I can't. You're gonna have to steer it, and you have to tell them what you want to tell them. Because after I play, let me just touch a song from Uten Green, because he's talking about African unity, and it's very important, because as I'm talking to you, I'm seeing how we can bridge the gaps and what we can do as a people, and the whole connectivity, and so may I learn?
Yeah.
Progress Boss Music.
What's up, Steve Thur? African Unites. His name is Uton Green. And you know, once we leave here, we're going to be going to the podcast room. But before we do that, I'm going to give our sister the floor to tell us something that she wants to tell us that I can't ask her because I don't know enough to ask her. Floor is yours, Donnaray.
Wow, it's so much to tell. As you said, the questions is really a lot. But one thing I must say, or many things what we have experienced in Ghana is the fact that we are brothers and sisters. We share the same identity.
Yes.
And, you know, the connection is through culture, is through this economic connectivity. And that is what we are focusing on. Our initiative is focused on economic connectivity, of course, through innovation and culture. Because especially in Jamaican culture, we have so much currency, economical power within our culture is the fact that we have to spread it across borders. And, well, yeah, I mean, Ghana. Well, yeah, but Ghana has its own challenges as well as just as everywhere else, you know. But we also looking to expand in other West African territories. There's a lot of artists in the music aspect in Ghana that doing a lot of. Matter of fact, all of the artists in Ghana, like 98%, if I'm not mistaken, is they're doing reggae music and dancehall. Yeah.
Reggae music and dancehall.
Yeah. So, I mean, that kind of collaboration, I have seen many Jamaican artists came to Ghana to explore and do media tours and stuff like that. We set up those things too as well.
Media tours.
Mm-hmm, we do media tours.
Oh, so because I've always heard so many artists say they want to go over to Africa, so you could be like a mediator for that as well and so on.
Right. So
you can help pave the way for them.
Yeah. So I want you to see me as what it is, which is pretty much a connector.
All right.
A connector, a diplomat connector, connecting you to the region in the highest possible way, more formal way possible.
All right.
Yeah.
So people, once again, we're talking to Donnaray Rock. And for people who are watching us on Facebook Live, you're going to be seeing us in the next minute or so in the podcast room for a little informal chit-chat before she goes. Time is just never enough. There's so much to talk about. But I want to take this moment right now just to say thank you, Donnaray, as we transition over to the podcast room to continue our discussion. So Facebook Live, stay right there. We'll be right back with you, all right?
We'll be right back.
Right back, okay. So, of course, you know, we just kind of transition over here to the podcast room for our viewers on, like, Facebook Live. But we're just going to, you know, it's always important to do a little clips so we have a different setting. And since we have it, we're just going to utilize it. We just want to utilize it. And we've been talking about, Donnaray, and talking about how she is from, over here, and how she is from, has something to do with the whole rock. So I want to find out from you, Donnaray. We want to talk about Rock Factory.
Right.
Rock Factory. Mm-hmm. Tell us about this business, Rock Factory LLC. I think you need to turn it a little bit more to you still.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Rock Factory LLC. Tell us about that. How would you describe? No, first of all, I want to find out what inspired you to create Rock Factory.
Right. So Rock Factory, people who know me, they call me Rock. And my first name is Donnaray. Donnaray Rock is my professional name. So we incorporated the company back in 2019 when we realized that this type of connection is needed and this type of business is needed to, of course, have different branches or umbrella or groups of companies on the umbrella of our factory. And that is pretty much how we did the incorporation.
So how would you describe the mission and vision of Rock Factory?
All right, so Rock Factory is a grassroots company. Grassroots in focus into cultural exchange, entertainment, consultancy, and of course the creative space or creative hub. So it's a factory, as I mentioned, a factory. So the factory has these different groups of company to facilitate and as well as to, provide these different kind of services and offerings based on what we do in the company.
And so lots of questions today because this is how we get to know the people.
Yes.
And that's what we're doing right here because Sister right here is doing a lot.
Yes.
So we just want to bring what she's doing to the forefront. So by me asking her these questions, what it is doing is letting you get a better understanding of the person behind what she's doing. So your brand is described as a Renaissance redefining hub. What does that mean in practice?
So Renaissance is rebirth of culture. It is rebirth of us. It's rebirth of the African spirit. And redefining that is to create this aesthetics about how we do our fashion, how we do our culture, how we present our things, or present ourselves in the utmost refined way. How do we redefine ourselves? How can we take our culture and redefine it for it to be like, wow, phenomenal in the arts, in fashion, the best of the best of the best. That is what the redefining part of it is.
So what really sets then Rock Factory apart from other cultural organizations?
Is the fact that we are masters and experts in innovation and marketing. Our creative hub is a group of other CEOs that has expertise, fine top expertise in these particular offerings.
Right. Once again, like I said, people, I'm asking these questions so you can get a better understanding of what she does.
Yes.
All right. So can you talk about some of the signature programs or projects on the Rock Factory?
Yes. Okay. So of course we mentioned the Black Star Renaissance Initiative. Right. We have the Grassroots Travel Group. And the Grassroots Travel Group is we promote grassroots culture through tourism and heritage. If you have to go to Jamaica, besides the beach and having jerk chicken and a red stripe, we will take you to the Maroon Town, for instance, to do cultural exploration. That type of stuff. Mixed with cuisine and of course some adventure, but that's what the Grassroots Travel Group, and it's a group of us across borders that is putting of course involved in the Grassroots group.
So basically that's how you would say foster connections between Jamaica and the wider African diaspora.
Correct.
All right.
So like as I mentioned before, we collaborate. We don't do this all by ourselves. We're a collaborative entity.
All right, so young creatives, what role they play at Rock Factory?
Okay, so the young creative is for us to provide them platforms, provide them more opportunities to connect with other, of course, opportunities in the diaspora. For instance, a lot of artists and other business professionals and entrepreneurs that is on the continent that wants to connect to the diaspora. They want to find out who is sharing. They want to say, we want to go meet Sherry, we want to go meet this one. Oh, Rock, anybody that does real estate.
So you're like a go-between everything.
Yeah.
You had a go-to person.
Correct. And then, like I said, there's a lot of young, inspiring young youths that is there, and they want so much opportunity. There's not too much opportunity. It's not enough opportunities there for them. And so we look at these things and see how can we help them to reach their goal and
and I'm curious, people, too many questions, right? Just gonna finish, man. All right, so how do you decide then which cultural projects to pursue or endorse?
Okay, good. It has to be on our mission, which is connectivity and it's innovation. Yeah, because if we're connecting and we're not connecting through innovation, it's just like we're going to be stagnant, not moving from one place to the next. So we look at these entities. For instance, we look at a Sting, which is a dancehall platform that has a foundation for a lot of these big mega stars that come out of Jamaica, right? So if we launch, do a Sting in Africa, in Ghana, for instance, or anywhere in West Africa, it is a platform for them to say, yes, man, me depend Sting too.
Yeah.
They can't fly to Jamaica. You understand? They don't have the money to fly to Jamaica. They don't have it like that there. So we want to bring in these kind of platforms for them to also have something as a platform to exhibit and to be a part of.
And it's so fun. I'm happy you talk about this whole dancehall thing, because for you, dancehall is kind of central to your career.
Correct.
Is, I could ask you what it means to you personally, but then that's a given.
Right.
Yes, I mean, so how do you then respond to like critics who say that dancehall is often misunderstood?
Dancehall is often misunderstood because we don't understand the root lining of dancehall. Where it stemmed from. It stemmed from the oppression of our people. It was a way of us expressing ourselves rawly. It is a rebellion art form. That is what dancehall is
about.
And that is why most of the time it's not accepted by corporate or certain things. And that's the reason why we come back in again. Rock Factory come back in again to redefine that.
Yeah.
To sell the art form, the real identity of the people of our expression. So they would want to weaponize dancehall because they don't understand it, and them just things they just find the negative out of it all the time, and we're like, no.
And I can feel the passion when it comes to this.
Cool, man.
So I want to find out then. So how have you worked then to preserve the authenticity of dancehall internationally?
Right. Everything about us is authenticity.
Yeah.
Authenticity speaks for itself. That's one of our slogans. Everything about us is authentic. If Mrs. somebody or entity is doing something in Europe, like a lot of these dance companies in Europe, for instance, they're doing events. In Ghana, a lot of them love the culture. They would do a reggae event or a dancehall event, but it's not projecting our authentic brand.
Yeah.
And this is why it's also important that we also participate in doing those things there ourselves, because then our culture is not being exhibited in the authentic way.
Right. And since I have you here, I can't have you here and not talk about this, because you've collaborated with some artists like Major Lazer,
yes,
Shaggy,
yes,
Elephant Man,
yes,
and the list goes on. So which project kind of stood out for you most?
Which project? Which one of the artists? Okay. Man. Wow. I did. Okay.
Sometimes people don't like answer them questions.
Yeah, because okay, for instance, I'm gonna start with Major Lazer, right?
Yeah.
So with Major Lazer, before Major Lazer became Major Lazer, we went on tour with him on the Pon the Floor album. So I was coordinating the dancers for the sets. So every time he goes on stage, you have a set of dancers them all the time.
Yeah.
So I coordinate the dancers them on the set, the choreography and everything. So every time he goes on stage, so we went from different parts and tour around America and in Canada. When we left that tour, literally like the next one, Major Lazer just.
Have it don't pack now.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that Major Lazer is I don't know exactly what his background is, but in white, I'm not saying Caucasian or European or something like that, right? He exhibit our culture in a way where it's so entertaining and intriguing, and it's so powerful to see some of the outsider we do that on that creative level. And that is what we are lacking.
And it's so funny you say that. And I probably shouldn't ask you this question, but I'm going to ask you anyway. So I want to find out then what's your perspective then on the globalization of dancehall.
So the globalization of dancehall, it just has to be what it's supposed to be. It has to be redefined. It has to be curated in a way where it's almost like an aesthetics that comes out of it through the performing arts.
Yeah.
In a sense. So if an artist is performing on stage, I hate seeing artists performing on stage without a backup band or dancers, because I'm like, there's no way you say you're doing dancehall and you don't fulfill the expressions of the entirety of what is supposed to be, because you're exhibiting something in front of people who don't understand wagwan, what you say, nothing like that. So but then the expressions also help that.
Helps that. So you think that if they were doing stuff like that, then that it could be better recognized as a global force. A global cultural force, because like you're saying that you can't just come to dance hall and come and sing. You need to have everything going on, everything going on stage. You look and the girl my back broke out and do. But you know, I could have back up still in a city. You say, right? Being in New York and in the past year, I don't know. People will say it's a resurgence of dancehall or whatever, but Vibes Cartel kind of contributed a lot to it. Yes. I went to Barclays Center and I saw what happened at Barclays Center. Sell out Barclays Center in 2 days. Yes. Last weekend or 2 weekends ago, we had Bunty was there, and you know it was Alkaline and
all of them. So you see how what is happening now with dancehall in the space now. Yeah. How it's evolved. Even dancehall put a dormancy on hip hop and pop.
Yeah.
We now
no, they're trying to collaborate our dance style. So I'm curious then as I get to say my goodbye. How does the diaspora based on everything we've said now, how do you think the diaspora can help to keep dancehall alive in this foreign space?
I mean, the Jamaican diaspora has been doing a phenomenal job.
Support it.
Extremely phenomenal. I must say that Jamaicans always have the strongest cultural pride amongst every nation that I come across with. Yeah, that's one thing I must say. I'm just saying that just to continue doing the same thing, but we have to evolve. We have to get more innovative. We have to get more creative. And that is pretty much where it is. So we just continue doing the same thing of promoting our culture, involving in other initiatives, another event space, not just only in the diaspora. We have to take it across the borders. They embrace our culture so much.
Yes, that's true. So I'm going to ask you one more question in dancehall, and then I'm going to wrap it up with one more question with the rock. All right. Sure. So what advice then would you give to young people entering the dancehall space?
All right. For one, where we are right now, the digital space has changed. The landscape of promoting yourself has changed. You have to go back to the grassroots. You have to go back to the grassroots, the foundation, if you want to have timeless music, if you want to have impact, if you want to have legacy, you have to go back to the grassroots.
All right. Thank you so much for that. And as I get ready to say my goodbye, I have to say thank you to Donnaray Rock, because it's just like we need to have a continuation, because too much to talk about and too little time. Yes. And you would never know that 2 hours went by so quickly.
Oh my goodness!
Exactly. That's why we have to kind of break it up. So anyway, I want to find out from you now, because you've done so much. What has been your proudest achievement for Rock Factory so far?
Wow, I have so much different proud achievements. All right.
Which one stood out the most?
Which one stood out the most? Oh my goodness. Okay, so which one stood out the most is the fact that we have launched initiatives to connect people, which is the Black Soul Renaissance Initiative. Yes, that is the one that stood out the most, because that one is longevity, is impactful, and is a legacy project. Yes.
Right. So people, once again, today we're talking to Donnaray Rock Factory LLC, and I want to take this opportunity right now to say thank you, Donnaray. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for taking the trip. I know it was a task to get here, but I want to now give you the floor to talk to the people who are watching right now. Say whatever you want to say to them. If there's a last thought you want to leave with them, the floor is yours.
Right. Thank you so much for that, and thank you for having me again. Actually, you know what, God and the Almighty and ancestors have given you this opportunity and honor to have me.
Absolutely.
To have this first interview since I came back from Ghana.
First one. Yes, I'm happy.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, like the first official interview I have come from Ghana. Yes, so it is ordained. I'm spiritually driven, and I'm divinely directed through my ancestors.
Right.
And that is what my movement is. It's all about purpose. And I've been really having a lot of challenge just for my own friends to support or believe into the journey. It is just my mind and my ancestors that's been pushing me along the way to really keep this fire going regardless of whatever challenges I'm having in my personal life.
Right.
So that is pretty much what it is. I really just want more support, and we know that your energy, my energy, and other energies, it makes us strive and get more, motivated.
How can the diaspora support you?
Okay, well, I mean, of course, right now where we are right now, we have a foundation, which is a grassroots global foundation. Any type of support, of small donations, or even just connecting me with other of your networks.
Where can they make the donations to?
Of course. So we have an email, which is info at Rock ROC Factory. So it's Rock Factory's ROC Factory. And of course, we have a direct line that you could also reach us 24/7 on WhatsApp, which is 347-360-6366. That's 347-360-6366. And of course, we have a website.
And repeat the email again for them too.
And of course, we have a website, which is rockfactory.com, rockfactory.com. We also have our Black Star Renaissance on Facebook, which is a Black Star Renaissance. It's right there on Facebook. And of course, myself, Donnaray Rock, you could find me right on Instagram or on LinkedIn. But yeah, check out the website, rockfactory.com. And of course, as I mentioned, our WhatsApp line, business line, you could reach us. And our info at rocfactory.com.
So if you're interested in sponsoring, this is a good cause. If you want to sponsor, this is something if you want to be a part of something, if you want to make a difference, then this is something you can get involved with. So, we're not asking if you do it, but if you can do it, don't you? Is that right?
Yes. And one more thing before I go, I want to mention, we're doing an economic and innovation connectivity in February.
Yes.
Reggae Month, the 19th to the 21st. So please get ready. Call me if you
tell me a little about it. What's about though?
Right. So it's a summit. We're doing an economic business and high profile innovation, culture and creativity summit during Reggae Month and Black History. It's called the Echoes of the Renaissance.
Okay.
And it's an innovation, culture, and connectivity culture summit. So yes, that is the next thing we need to get prepared for. To call me about that and this plan and this plan and package. Or if you want to exhibit, come and exhibit. If you want to do market expansion in Ghana,
and all of this is going to be done in Ghana.
All of this stuff. You want to connect with business. You want to connect to a network. It's the time. February.
All right.
2026.
2026. So there you have it. So you have enough time to plan. Once again, I want to say thank you to everyone who checked in today. Thank you to our host here at JAIRiE Radio. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Tony Isaacs. And don't forget that JAIRiE Radio is a Black-owned, I have to stress that, Black-owned, community-based radio station. So they're not making any money over here. What they're trying to do is to accommodate us. So if you want to sponsor them, if you want to reach out to JAIRiE Radio, feel free to do that. I'm sure they'll also welcome your sponsorship. Thank you again, Rock. Stay blessed.
My pleasure.
Much love, and I look forward to it.
Thank you for everyone that joined us. And
Yes.
all my friends that supported us through the journey. And
Yes.
we have much more way to go. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. Mwah.
We thank you. All right, there you have it.
Yeah.